By the authority given in the statutes of the Open University, I declare this congregation open for the conferment of degrees and the presentation of graduates. Distinguished guests, graduates, and friends of the university, it is an absolute privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to the 24th of the Open University's degree ceremonies being held in 2019. We're delighted to welcome Councillor Sam Crooks, Mayor of Milton Keynes, who has found time in his very busy diary to be with us today. And it is a great pleasure to welcome our honorary graduand, Professor Sir Leslie Ebden. We are delighted to have the chance to honour him here today. Every year, the Open University awards a range of qualifications from Certificate of Higher Education to Doctor of Philosophy. Throughout 2019, more than 6,000 graduates will be presented for their qualifications at degree ceremonies, like this one here in the OU's hometown of Milton Keynes. We're holding ceremonies this year in 10 towns and cities throughout England, and also in Belfast, Cardiff, Glasgow, and Dublin. And I can't think of any better illustration of the scale, scope, and reach of the OU. Now, it goes without saying that today is a very important occasion for all of our graduates and for your families and loved ones, as well as for university staff who I hope you feel have nurtured and supported you as you've studied with us. So you could be forgiven with the band and the pomp and ceremony and the academic dress for thinking that today is going to be solemn. And you'd be quite wrong. We want today to be a joyous day, a day of real celebration. So, I will be very disappointed if Milton Keynes doesn't make as least as much noise as Glasgow made a couple of weeks ago. We would like everyone to cross the stage to thunderous applause, or indeed any other way that you choose to express your enthusiasm and support. I always particularly appreciate it when a little voice from the back yells, "Go Granny." So, graduates, we need to practice how we're going to embarrass you shortly. Would you please stand, graduates, just for a minute? Friends, families, OU staff, let's get started with a really big round of applause. I think that's probably got us warmed up. Graduates, you can sit back down again. We'll embarrass you more shortly. Now, there's other ways that you can show your appreciation to your graduate. If you're going to post messages or photographs on social media today, if you use the hashtag OUFamily, that will help us to share your congratulations and celebrations with everyone here at the ceremony and with the world outside. Normally, when I do graduation ceremonies that are far from home, I spend the train journey back reading all the Twitter and Facebook messages that are hashtagged OUFamily. It's always a really lovely thing to do. But as I've driven here today, I will try not to do that on the way home. So today's ceremony will start with the presentation of graduates who've gained higher degrees, postgraduate diplomas, and first degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Laws. And they'll be presented by my colleague, Dr. David Knight, Director of Access, Careers and Teaching Support in Academic Services at the University. We will then award the honorary degree of Doctor of the University to Professor Sir Leslie Ebden. Professor Kevin Hetherington, our Pro-Vice Chancellor for Research, Enterprise and Scholarship, will present Sir Les, who will sign the honorary graduates book here and make his reply. Then we'll continue our presentation of graduates with those who have gained Bachelor of Science degrees, foundation degrees, and diplomas of higher education. And to conclude the ceremony, I'll give my personal address to our graduates. So to get us started, I now call upon Dr. Knight to present graduates.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I shall now present graduates who have gained higher degrees and postgraduate diplomas and have been able to attend here today. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, I present to you for a thesis entitled An Investigation into the Social and Cultural Dynamics that Shape Product, Service, Systems, Consumption, Maurizio Catulli. For the degree of Doctorate in Education, I present to you for a thesis entitled Professional Trust in Osteopathy, A Theory for Educational Practice, Lucy Mackay-Tumba. I present to you for the degree of Master of Arts in Childhood and Youth, Sunita Erdmain Hermain. Jodi Sandeva. For the degree of Master of Arts in Education, I present Julie Dackler. For the degree of Master of Arts in Online and Distance Education, I present Eleanor Domet. For the degree of Master of Arts in Translation, I present Lucy Lopez-Grilly. For the degree of Master of Business Administration, I present Jazz Genesis. For the degree of Master of Business Administration, Healthcare Leadership, I present Georgina Mufum Doya Buama. For the degree of Master of Education, I present Leslie Melee. Caroline Wilkins. For the degree of Master of Science in Advancing Healthcare Practice, I present Demelza Dackler. For the degree of Master of Science in Computing, I present Ashley Glenister. For the degree of Master of Science in Environmental Management, and all the way from Kenya, I present Bonface Abuna. Robert Kesby. And also joining us from Kenya, Stephen Muia. For the degree of Master of Science in Mathematics, I present James McKellar. And for the postgraduate diploma in social work, I present Nana Darko Kwakye. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I shall now present graduates who have gained Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Engineering and Bachelor of Laws degrees and have been able to present here today. The full subject details are printed in the insert within the ceremony programme. I present, for the degree of Bachelor of Arts with First Class Honours, Zoe Boot. Thomas Bristow. Bradley Canicott. Martin Cotterill. Juliet Edwards. Ryan Foster. Kate Litvinchuk. Elizabeth Perks. Simon Pocklington. Michelle Redding. Steve Sanderson. Carolyn Taylorson White. Michael Turner. For 2 degrees in Bachelor of Arts with First Class Honours, I present Anne Lancaster. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, I present Teresa Ajay Yaboa. Henry Anonye. Jordan Attry. Erica Barnett. Lawrence Berridge. Hanifa Bibi. Connor Botterill. Debbie Brooks. Rebecca Brown. Francis Clemau. Francesca Coma. Benjamin Croft. Joanna Crow. Mahisha Dulagala. Lavinia Dawson. Rosie Day. Kirsty Dilly. Louise Elliott. Marjorie Mansfield. Anne-Marie Gunter. Stephen Hall. Joe Hammond. Amy Hemmings. Julia Levitt. Maureen Lloyd. Philip Morgan. Amy Lee Morley. Chingiwe Mazaka. Cheryl Page. Mark Plummer. Stacey Plunkett. Sarah Potter. Stacey Quibble. Linda Reed. Nicola Ritchie. James Rocher. Amy Rowe. Laura Savory. Nikki Searle. Catherine Smith. Jenny Thompson. Sarah Vickers. Josephine Walker. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, I present husband, wife and baby, Alex and Joanna Searle. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, I present Richard Tobin. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social Work with Honours, I present Yatin Makwana. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws with First Class Honours, I present Sharon O'Donnell. And for the Bachelor of Laws with Honours, I present Kadir Abdul. Sila Amadi. Henry Lambert. Jane Simmons.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, colleagues, graduates, guests. Professor Sir Leslie Ebden is a renowned scholar and scientist with a distinguished record of public service. He is particularly known for his work to improve access to higher education as Director of the Office for Fair Access. Les read chemistry at Imperial College London before pursuing a PhD on analytical atomic spectroscopy. He embarked on a long research career in analytical chemistry and environmental science and has almost 300 publications to his name. He has received major awards from the Royal Society of Chemistry and the American Microchemical Society, and is a fellow of both the Royal Society of Chemistry and the Royal Society for the Encouragement of Arts, Manufactures and Commerce. Les spent much of his early career at Plymouth Polytechnic, now the University of Plymouth, eventually becoming Deputy Vice-Chancellor. In 2003, he was appointed Vice-Chancellor of the University of Luton and oversaw the merger with elements of De Montfort University, becoming the first Vice-Chancellor of the new University of Bedfordshire. At the same time, Les also began to take on an increasingly important role in the shaping the future of universities in Britain. He was an active member of Universities UK, which represents the sector to the rest of the world, with particular interests in student experience, health, and social policy. He joined and later chaired the board of Million Plus, which represents the new universities, the post-92 universities, and their students. He also served on various expert government bodies advising on policy relating to science, the environment, business and skills. In 2012, Les was appointed Director of the Office of Fair Access to Higher Education, or OFFA, charged with increasing social mobility, extending fair access, and attracting more students from underrepresented groups. Under his leadership, OFFA set demanding challenges for universities to improve retention and achievement levels, as well as access, ensuring that each student had the support they needed to achieve their full potential. In this role, Les particularly championed the needs of Black and minority ethnic students, white working class boys, and mature students, arguing that best practice should become standard practice for all universities. Many of his more controversial recommendations, such as the need to raise aspirations right from primary schools, or the need for flexible admissions for students from particular backgrounds, are now being increasingly adopted across the sector. Appointed CBE more than a decade ago, Les was awarded a knighthood last year. Although apparently retired, he continues to play an active role in the higher education sector. He is also a prominent figure in his local community in Luton, where he chairs an independent commission to support inclusive economic growth. Les is a passionate believer in the transformative power of higher education for society as well as for individuals. His profound commitment to the importance of widening participation chimes absolutely with our values at the Open University. In particular, his support for mature students and his insistence that their needs should be a priority for all universities mirrors our own beliefs. We are pleased to contribute to his ambitious efforts to promoting creativity and innovation in outreach to prospective mature learners, and are delighted to honour his lifelong work in British academia. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, by the authority of the Senate, I present to you for the honorary degree of Doctor of the University, Leslie Ebden.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, graduands and graduates, my thanks to the Pro-Vice-Chancellor for such a flattering citation. It reminds me a little bit of a conversation I had with my 3 children where they were discussing what it is I would most like to hear at my funeral as I lay in the coffin and people pass by. And my older son said, I think, Dad, you'd like to hear somebody say, He was a great scientist who made strides in our understanding of the role of trace element speciation in the environment using directly coupled high-performance liquid chromatography, inductively coupled plasma, mass spectrometry. And I said, well, no, not really. And my younger son said, I know what you'd like to hear, Dad. You'd like to hear them say that you were a great Vice-Chancellor and a reforming director of fair access. And I said, well, no, not really. And my daughter said, I know what it is, Dad. You'd like them to say you were a loving father and a wonderful granddad. And I said, well, not really. And they said, well, Dad, what is it you want us to say, want people to say? And I said, well, it would be great if just one person were to look down on me in that coffin and say, look, he's breathing. But I'm so pleased that Kevin mentioned in that citation about my belief in the transforming power of higher education. It gave me opportunities that no other member of my family had ever had before. And that's what I hope for you. You've worked harder than I ever had to work because I got my degrees full-time, and it's much tougher getting them part-time. I believe that a university education opens your mind to new ideas and possibilities. A university education opens doors to new careers and new experiences. A university education opens a trail that your family and friends can follow on as well. And that's why I'm passionate about education. And it's been my privilege in recent years to be able to contribute to the national discussion of how we make that available to more people by widening participation in higher education. And that passion is also the reason why I'm a great admirer of the Open University and all that it's done to radically open up an opportunity for all types of people to experience and to benefit from a university education. I want to salute you all and to acknowledge your achievements. I want to celebrate this university and all that it's done over 50 years. I want to thank you for the great honor that you've bestowed upon me today, and to wish you all and this amazing university a great future. Thank you.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, continuing the presentation of graduates, I shall now present those who have gained Bachelor of Science degrees, foundation degrees, and diplomas of higher education and have been able to attend here today. The full subject details are printed in the insert within the ceremony programme. I present for the degree of Bachelor of Science with first-class honours, Abigail Brewster. Christina Martin. Suresh Nalluri. Kate Selby. Etienne Stott. Paul Tucker. Matt Wagland. Leisha Wallace. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, I present Joel Acril. Marilyn Bedell. Chloe Clark. Ruth Conquest. Jade Cleverly. Rachel Collins. Deborah Kutu Cabral. Elena Coyne. Nicola Sion Davies. Lucy Dutton. Lydia Effiong. Emily Evans. Dave Fahey. Niall Francis. Elizabeth Fryer. Samantha Glass. Eleanor Govas. Marsa Hakimalahi. Jessica Harris. Laura Hewitt. William Hunter. Linda Jones. Anton Cruz. Kirsty Martell. Lorraine Nairn. Samantha Piosek. Laura Remblance. Bailey Rose. Matthew Rowe. Adrian Scandret. Martin Scott. Mark Shelmerwine. Heather Stabler. Sarah Stagg. Amanda Trotman. Aleka Vrachliotti. Patricia Walker. Ryan Wormsley. Louise Ward. Paige Wickham. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, I present David Littler. Andrew Lunn. Wayne McCluskey. Claire Rolfe. Daniel Trussler. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing Practice with first-class honours, I present Violet Kellett. Claire Snowden. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing Practice with honours, I present Natalie Smith. Patricia Sanguro. Shelley Ann Williams. For a foundation degree, I present Esme Batkin. Lisa Brightly. Jennifer Gale. Lindsay Howden. Jessica Kelly. Martha Ribeiro. Terry Taylor. And for the Diploma of Higher Education, I present Hayley Cook. Emily Horton. Zoe Scott.
Well, what a great afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much to our graduates. I always love the stories that I hear as people come across the stage and tell me how old they are, or how long they've been doing this, or in at least one case, how this has helped them get away from their children. It's always a huge privilege to share graduations. They are absolutely the best part of my job. I especially love the range of reactions and expressions as people come across the stage. There are people who just look amazed, happy, those that look relieved that they've got to the end of their journey, those who want to tell me a little bit about their story, and then, of course, there are one or two who, let's be honest, are clearly hoping I won't stop to chat to them and they can get off the stage as quickly as possible. Whatever the reaction, I hope you all feel, as I do, that we've had enough joy this afternoon to lift the roof off the hotel. Now, those of you who are graduating today, you're focusing on getting across the stage without falling over, so you don't see the looks of pride and awe that we get to see up here on the stage in the faces of the audience, your supporters, and my OU colleagues. All of us know just what a fantastic group of people you are. And I think Les couldn't have said it better when he talked about how special OU graduates are. The most extraordinary group of graduates, I believe, anywhere in the world. And in case you don't believe that, I think I can prove it. If graduates, you will indulge me for a few minutes. So I'm going to ask you a few questions, and I'd like you to raise your hand if they apply to you. So graduates, would you put your hand up if you've helped to bring up a family while you were studying? Thank you. Would you put your hand up if you've had any caring responsibilities while studying? Thank you. Would you put your hand up if you've been employed or done voluntary work while studying? Lots of hands there. And last but not least, if you are comfortable doing so, would you put your hand up if you've dealt with health issues or studied while disabled? Wow. Look at all those hands, everybody. I don't think there could be a better illustration to demonstrate just what an amazing group of people our graduates are. I reflect on people who study part-time while holding down a job, bringing up a family, caring for dependent relatives, or possibly all of the above. And it makes me cross when people talk about the OU as part-time study. If I compare it to my own time at university, I, like our honorary graduate today, am a scientist. I had lectures and labs to get to, and I had quite a significant commitment to the student bar, and yet I was called a full-time student. You guys aren't part-time students. You have been double or triple-time students, and you should be so very proud of what you've achieved. So proud of our graduates. We're also so proud of the fact that you've achieved this with a university that has had a phenomenal impact in its 50-year history. We're a university that's proud to have given you a very high-quality education. The OU's had 50 years of being in a class of our own, and of course we're particularly proud that we share our 50th anniversary year with the 50th anniversary of the Apollo moon landing. You might not have realised it, but Open University scientists have been involved in pretty much every major space mission since. Working with NASA, working with the European Space Agency, from our work on the oceans that influenced Blue Planet 2, to our work around the universe and the cosmos, our world-leading research shapes understanding of the seas and the skies. And one of the things that is really unique about the OU is that we take that knowledge from our world-class researchers into the teaching that you've had and also out into people's living rooms. Since the early 1970s, our partnership with the BBC has broadcast thousands of hours of jaw-dropping programmes. I'm guessing that there may be a few people in the room who watched Blue Planet 2, given that we know half the UK population saw it and millions more people around the world. It's hard to think of a better way for an academic in their career to have impact than by persuading David Attenborough and his producers to put single-use plastics as an emphasis into that programme. The OU has impact on people all over the world. We know that your degree is valued by employers. Over 70 of the FTSE 100 top companies have sponsored staff to study with the OU. And all the way from small companies to the NHS, our university inspires employers and employees to create better futures. I love the fact that a UK government survey said recently that employers perceive part-time students to be hardworking, committed, and disciplined. No kidding, right? Employers do recognise how hard you've worked, And I hope you remember some of the interesting and amazing facts about your university when you're asking for a pay rise. 7 years ago, the Open University led the way again in digital innovation when we set up the UK's first platform for massive open online courses. And FutureLearn now provides free learning for over 8 million learners all over the globe. And we keep on giving. Anyone can take their pick of 1,000 free bite-sized courses on our award-winning site, OpenLearn. So I hope that some of you, though you may be feeling right now that you're just incredibly relieved that all the exams and TMAs are over, I hope that some of you, when you realise that there's really nothing to do in the evenings, TV's rubbish, you're much better off studying, you might think about coming back, and whether you do a MOOC with FutureLearn or a bite-sized free course on OpenLearn, or whether we see you in another few years graduating for your masters, we'd like to think that you will stay a part of the OU family. One of the things we're particularly proud of is our international work with people who need our help the most. Our Zambian Education School-Based Training Project, handily abbreviated to ZEST, has seen the Open University working with our international partners World Vision and training 4,000 primary school teachers and leaders across Zambia's central province. Closer to home, we're working with 21 police forces across the UK to train the next generation of police officers. And the learning doesn't stop for people who are in prison and want to turn their lives around. Changing lives with education is exactly what the OU is all about. I hope you're proud in graduating today to become a member of a university that is a world leader in technology, in educational innovation, in science, in research, and in helping people, all people, to learn. We're a movement of millions with a mission of one, and the reason I love graduation day is because I get to see those ones one at a time and find out a little bit more about your journey and how where you started in life hasn't limited where you're going. There are a host of people who've contributed to your achievement today, from the advisor who handled your first inquiry, to the academics who designed and wrote your course materials, to the student services staff who supported you when it felt like you couldn't go on. And of course, our amazing tutors, we call them associate lecturers, who've guided you through the whole journey, culminating in you crossing this stage today. So I'd like to take a minute to say thank you to my colleagues at the OU, the staff who've made all this possible. Colleagues, thank you. Now everyone here today knows how hard you've worked, what a tough triple-time journey you've been on. But we can't avoid acknowledging that there is one thing that's even harder than being an OU student. It's living with an OU student. I know this from my own bitter experience where my brother-in-law studied for social work with the OU. And if you ask my niece, who was between about 5 and 11, I think, while he was studying about the Open University, you would get rolled eyes and a point towards the cupboard under the stairs, which was where he shut himself in to study when she wasn't leaving him alone. Many of you will have had incredible support from family, friends, and colleagues, and I know that there'll be people in this audience who have enabled you to keep going when that deadline was looming and it felt really difficult. So graduates, let's take a moment for you to spot your loved ones in the audience and give them a round of applause as well. Friends, thank you. Graduates, when you leave today, you become an ambassador for the OU and the social justice that we stand for. We hope you'll stay in touch. You might want to join our alumni careers group called Toucan on LinkedIn, where you can share your professional experience and make new connections with other OU graduates. You may have already been congratulated by members of our alumni team who are outside in the venue today. and they will be in touch to tell you what our Alumni Association can offer you and ways that you can give back to your university through our Open Up the Future 50th anniversary fundraising campaign. And don't forget, we've got a careers and employability stand outside, but you can get free careers and employability advice from the OU for 3 years after you graduate. You personify our motto on our crest, learn and live. I hope you feel able to give something back to a world filled with so many who are less fortunate. Make the most of the opportunity. Be proud of your degree. Be an OU graduate who helps to realise opportunities for others. If we want a better world, redistributing opportunity and education is at least as important as redistributing wealth. Now, you may feel that the strain of studying for your degree has added a few grey hairs. I think colleagues on the stage might say that writing the materials for your degree has added a few for them as well. I couldn't possibly comment. But we only grow old when we lose sight of our ideals. And I love the phrase from poet Samuel Ullman, "Years may wrinkle the skin, but to give up enthusiasm wrinkles the soul." The spirit of youth pervades the OU. It's a gift you take away with you. Your enthusiasm for learning is a fantastic part of staying forever young in your souls. I hope you continue to feel that youth in your soul, generosity in your heart, and ambition in your life goals. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all congratulate these amazing individuals one last time. Remains for me to close the ceremony and invite you at the end of the procession to follow us outside for a well-earned drink. The proceedings of this degree ceremony have been completed, and I now declare this meeting of congregation closed. Would all of you who are able to please stand?
Thank you.